This week with Art&Soul, I interviewed one of my good friends.
My name is Dave Daly. Right now, during quarantine, I'm working on a lot of bicycles, and that's a lot of fun. It's something I've always loved to do. And this has been quite an experience with the COVID-19. Of course, like 40 million other Americans, I lost my job. Don't plan on going back to that place, but the good news is I've been able to really get into my outdoor enthusiasm, which is I run a lot and I ride bicycles a lot. So I've been mostly this summer I've just been working on a lot of bikes for fun. Mostly I deal a lot with teens, so I get to work on their bikes.
Working on bikes, would you consider that an art?
Probably an art, a passion, yeah. I had a little Diamondback BMX. I remember when I was like 6, we got from, I think it was actually Haven's Bikes and Boards downtown. I think it was on 20th at the time. That's funny. But yeah, so I'm also local to Farmington, and I don't want to necessarily leave this area. Yeah, there's always been a freedom. I mean, I remember listening, like just being able to go into my dad's garage and basically do the same thing, just take apart things and clean them and do the same exact thing. And there was there's a mechanical side that is just, it's really nice when you hear a creak or something that shouldn't be there, to be able to pull that apart and fix it, and really understand how it all works. And then staying with the technology is fascinating stuff today. Just the tubeless tire, all these things, they went from little ball bearings to sealed bearings, and tubeless tires, and it's just an amazing, it's just such a neat thing. And I've also I think when I was 19, I did my first bicycle tour from here to Yellowstone. And look at the dog.
Finally got in.
And if you want to really see the true heart of people in America, do it on a bicycle. It's phenomenal how it took us, I think, 13 days to get from here to Yellowstone, which was 900 miles. And the stories that came out of that, just phenomenal. And and you have to be quick and learn. Pepper, be a good dog. You have to learn how to fix things and do, and meet people along the way, and you run out of money, and it's cool. And touring is just a cool thing. And that's why I like to fix bikes today, is because I really want to encourage people to get out on their bikes. Just go, freaking go. Because I always have this in the back of my head, that I have this weirdness kind of, and so like you, I mean, a lot of performers, they can tamper that side of their thinking and their heads down by acting. And for me, it's getting on a bicycle and just focusing on what's right directly in front of you. So my mental health is it's like everybody's, there's a lot of complexities, I think. And so for me, being able to lose a lot of the outside and running or riding, I just completed this Moonlight half marathon. And again, that's an important part of my mental health. It's not the largest part, but I mean, there's spiritual, there's a lot of things that come into play, but it's definitely a huge, I mean, right now it's all I do.
Yeah.
There's a real cool little guy who he rides from across town to here, and I do a little Bible study on Friday nights. A lot of these little guys, I just want them to learn how to fix their own bikes. That's kind of the whole point of what I'm doing right now. There's a lot of little life lessons for sure. You know, like a lot of and this is a fat tire. Most people they don't need a fat tire. It's one of mine, and I'm just overhauling the bottom bracket right now. But something like this, it can buck you off before you know it, and so the lessons learned would be to stay on, and you know, you push through, and you just keep driving, and you know, you make a mistake, and it does throw you off, and you have to get back on. If you haven't been like really gotten out, there's a lot of people, and I know that like with COVID and just the weirdness of our culture right now, I think it's a good idea to freaking put down your phones and just get on a bike, and not just do 2 miles, but go try 20 miles and see what that does for you. And I mean, the benefits of I mean, there's no drawbacks other than wrecking, but if you have a helmet, you're all right. You got 2 collarbones, so no. But I mean, you don't have to ride fast. You don't have to do the jumps, but this area is a phenomenal area, and it's so cool to see all the people riding right now. I mean, those trails are packed all the time, and it's really neat to see. Just knowing, so I'm an oddly shaped lad, and knowing that I can do that, and you know, I'm not the fastest, but I've got the heart to do, and especially endurance stuff, when you cross the finish line of, you know, like just that most recent one, that Moonlight, I think we finished at 1 in the morning, and I was able to, the last quarter mile, I was able to pick up my pace and really run in, and just knowing, like, I mean, there were some weird like desert rats and scorpions and all this like creepy stuff in Utah, and finishing and being able to be like, that's such a small percent, and I don't have to, like, for me, I don't have to take pictures, because I know in my heart what I did, and I don't have to brag. I don't have to do anything, but because I know, and crossing that finish line is, mostly I just feel silly because I'm such a goofball anyway, and knowing that I can do that, and what I hope is that it encourages other people to get up and get out, and you know, anybody can do. I mean, I love this community, so I mean, not just with bikes, but just with who I am, and through service of anything. I like to help people. I love this town so much so that I mean, I made the decision years ago to buy this house, and it's not the biggest house, but I wanted to put down roots so I can, you know, I have a little bit of family left, but not. There's really no reasons other than everybody that I stay here. Yeah, so I mean, this fixing bikes is just what I love to do. So I love to fix bikes, and I love to see the smiles on people when they ride. I love hearing their stories. So that's, I mean, as far as offering that to the community, I definitely can. But I definitely just want to see people on their bikes, and really what's important is when they're not running right, to be able to give them the tools to fix their own stuff. I'm trying to debate if I want to get a different bike to start bike packing, but this one would probably do just fine. Like, it's fine. It's just a little heavy, but so am I. At the beginning of June every year, there's that race from Canada to Mexico. It's 2,750 miles, and that has been one of my goals. Well, and it's cool. It just follows the Continental Divide Trail.
So it goes right through New Mexico.
Yeah. We remember where the cabin is?
Yeah.
That road before you get into the cabin, it goes right there. So that's how I was introduced to those guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing is that it's a real endurance kind of thing.
How long does it take?
So it took the winner last year 13 days. And all the like competitors are like sleeping 2 hours a day. And so I wouldn't be a competitor. I would be a month kind of guy.